This is exactly what you're going to do in every single month of year 11 if you want to get top grades. If you've never seen my face before, my name is Tilly. I got almost all grade 9s at GCSE because I got 2 8s. And this is what I recommend you do in every single month. So be sure to save this video for later. Firstly, before you even start, because it's not September yet, you need to get comfortable with anything at all that you didn't understand in year 10. Year 10 content is easier than year 11 content, and year 11 content will build off of it. So if you didn't understand stuff in year 10, you're certainly not going to understand it in year 11. So if you didn't understand osmosis, you're definitely not going to understand nephron reabsorption. If you can't rearrange an equation, you definitely can't solve a simultaneous equation. Go over that in the summer. September comes around. You don't need to start revising like crazy from the beginning of the year, but stay on top of your work. Figure out an organization system that works for you. And I was the worst for this. I had the most terrible revision note. Just figure out, where are you going to keep your past papers? Where are you going to keep your flashcards? Where are you going to keep your notes that you make in class? Your future self will thank you. October, same sort of thing, but I recommend you make revision resources as you go along. So English literature, for example, be making your flashcards. Just take a couple of hours each week outside of your homework time to make a mind map, to figure out how the different characters in a play link together, to start trying some active recall, to remember quotes. Because bear in mind that you are doing homework as well. You don't need to be revising like crazy. Now, November/December, you should have mocks and you should start trying to revise for them like the real exam. They don't go towards anything, but it's nice to not have pressure on the exam. Use this as an opportunity to figure out, when do you work best in the day? Try some different study times. What study techniques work for you for each subject? Try different ones. You'll figure out what works, and if you haven't done the most optimal, fully effective revision because you were spending an hour or two doing something that was ineffective, it doesn't matter. You learn that it doesn't work for you. January onwards is when I would start seriously thinking about incorporating revision into your weekly timetable. Again, not hours and hours a day, but spacing it out will make your life so much easier when it comes to actual exam season. So just dedicating a few hours a week to go over things that you're not currently going over in class. You have like history, you'll do Elizabethan England in one term, and then you do the Cold War. See what you can remember, try some exam questions. Just make it a part of your routine. And again, carry on with those revision resources. However, really start ramping up that exam practice, understanding where marks are coming from in the exam, doing questions in time conditions, and working on those weakest areas. March, April, you'll probably have mocks again. Seriously start thinking about revising for these like a real exam. Establishing a revision timetable, using those revision resources that you've been making all year. Then May, June, your real GCSEs. If you want tips for those, be sure to follow for daily GCSE tips.